Howdy doody everybody, my name is KevGuuey and welcome back to Nekopara Vol.1. In the last episode, it seems like Kashou doesn't really understand how catgirls think. And I guess we're still going to send them home. And then we are outside now. I guess not. There's no truck there behind you. Just like yesterday, we took a walk through the park in the evening. However, that food stand was nowhere to be found. Aww. It just so happened that no one was home on the day I decided to take the two cat girls home. Oh, we actually took them home? Oh. I had also happened to leave the house key behind. Huh. Maybe that's a sign, Kashou. So to make good use of time, I went to do some shopping before KevGuuey got home. Huh? Catnip? They eat catnip? I don't really know what catnip is. That isn't the right word at all. Chocola, if you're tired, why don't we rest a bit? Oh, a cat nap. How's a catnip? Aw, Chocola is trying to make herself not seem like a bother to Kashou. There's no need for you to apologize. She had a troubled smile on her face as she nodded. It was pretty clear why she wasn't in good spirits. That's why there was nothing I could really say to her. Well, there happens to be a bench over there, so why don't we rest a bit? Where? Ah, thanks. Something for everyone, okay? Alright. I handed Vanilla some change and offered the bench to Chocola. Aww, sad music. A constant sea breeze rustled the trees in the park. All that could be heard throughout the empty park were the quiet sounds of nature. I silently sat down next to the disheartened Chocola. Like the gently setting sun, time passed by slowly. Aww. Don't send them home, Kashou. Her voice was so quiet that I wasn't quite sure if I had heard her or not. Even so, she answered clearly. Without saying a word, I responded by gently rubbing Chocola's head. I guess so. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Aww. Of course. Her voice trembled as she frantically wiped away her tears. She stifled her sobbing, and her voice became strained. She looked pained as she did her best to hold back her emotions, biting her lips. I held back my irresponsible words that were on the brink of coming out with all my strength. Yeah, of course I will. Aww. I was frustrated at myself for saying nothing. I was empty. I could only offer condolences that could not be put into words. I rubbed Chocola's head as gently as I could. It was very sad.
やっぱりご主人様は優しいですね。
I don't really think I'm kind at all.
ご主人様、前も同じこと言ってましたから。
I did? When? Before? Chocola closed her eyes and smiled.
覚えてますか？ショコラとバニラを。
Huh?
ご主人様としぐれちゃんが連れて帰ってくれた時のこと。
Oh yeah, Chocolate and Vanilla are strays. Oh, so we took them home? Me and my sister? Or my sister and I? Ah, of course I remember that. It was a cold day half a year ago. Chocolate and Vanilla were huddled together, crying by the side of the road. Oh, it's such a sad picture. I have in my head right now, just them on the road. It's raining, they're crying on the sidewalk. They were still so young. They couldn't even speak yet. It was that day that I embraced their small, cold bodies and took them home with me. There was no way I could simply forget that important day when our family grew. In the beginning, you two really couldn't get used to things at home.
あの時は知らないお家で知らない人と猫ばっかりで怖くて。
Aww. You two wouldn't eat at all, which really worried KevGuuey.
はい、とっても心配かけちゃいました。
That would make me worry a lot too. I started to hear a tiny bit of laughter in her voice as we reminisced about the past.
ショコラとバニラが熱を出した時のことも覚えてますか？
You had a fever too? Ah, I definitely do remember that. It was a few days after we brought Chocola and Vanilla home. Aww. At that point, they'd only occasionally drink some water. And as always, they didn't really touch their food. The combination of malnourishment and cold weather had really begun to weaken their bodies. Oh, they look so sad. They both developed high fevers and were in pain.
あの時は夜中で誰にも気づいてもらえなくて、とにかく苦しくて辛くて寂しくて、
Aww.
声も出せなくて、手も足も全然動かなくて。
Ah.
助けて、誰か助けてって思いながらただただ泣いてたんです。そしたら
It's alright. I'm with you too, so don't worry.
ご主人様が大きくてあったかい手で撫でてくれたんですよね。
Aww.
ずっとそばで大丈夫大丈夫って言い続けてくれて。
Aww.
ショコラとバニラのこと撫で続けてくれてました。
I'm glad I did that.
朝になって病院に行くまでずっとそばにいてくれて。
Wait, the morning? So there wasn't a 24/7 hospital to go to?
不安で心細かったのが全部嘘だったみたいに。
Aw.
あの時も同じこと言ってました。俺は別に優しくなんかないって。
That's why they don't want to be without me. They don't want to go home. They want to stay with me because I cared for them back then. They loved me because of that.
でもショコラたちはご主人様が助けてくれなかったらここにいなかったです。
Aw.
あの時、
Yeah.
ご主人様がそばにいてくれなかったら誰も信じられないままでした。
That'd be very upsetting.
ご主人様のおかげでご飯も食べれるようになりました。
Oh, I'm glad.
しぐれちゃんともみんなとも仲良くなれました。
Yay.
だからあの時からショコラのご主人様はご主人様になったんです。
Yeah, I totally understand now. Come on, Kashou, you can't say no after this.
ショコラはそれからずっと優しいご主人様のことが大好きなんですよ。
I wish that her tear-filled eyes would not spill over. Those tears were filled with anxiety, sadness, and happiness. She smiled all she could before me.
だからショコラはご主人様がいなくなっちゃうって聞いて、いても立ってもいられなくて、どうしても一緒に行きたくて。
Yeah, that's why they came.
しぐれちゃんにお願いをしたんです。
So Shigure did help them get in the moving boxes. She said that with the faintest of smiles, one that seemed as if would disappear at any moment. Those words were so gentle and warm, but there was also an undeniable sadness and emptiness mixed in with them. Chocola. I was the one she was saying all this to. Even so, the only thing I could say back to her was her name.
お金のこととか難しいことはやっぱり猫にはわからないです。
Aw.
でもやっぱりショコラはご主人様のそばにいたいんです。ご主人様が辛くて大変そうなのなんとなくわかります。 本当になんとなくですけど、お掃除でもお洗濯でもお料理でもショコラがお手伝いできることは何でもしますから。今すぐにはできなくても絶対にちゃんとできるようになりますから。だからもう一度だけお願いしちゃダメでしょうか。ショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。
You can't say no now, Kashou. Chocola voiced her feelings clearly once again, and barely kept her tears from overflowing. Chocola, if you could be with me. I was engulfed by my inner thoughts which were ready to overflow. She yearned for me so earnestly. For her to so innocently believe in me, there should be no reason for me to be against it. That day, Chocola and Vanilla became an important part of my family. As long as they were with me, the days would be bright and enjoyable. I was simply selfish for just leaving home like that. I didn't want to get my dear family wrapped up in my selfishness, or have them experience any unnecessary hardship because of me. You two are important to me after all.
私たちは猫だから自分に素直なだけ。
Yeah, I remember. My inner conflict was disrupted by Vanilla. Vanilla had returned at some point, and she looked straight at me as she sat at Chocola's side.
私なら楽しいことならショコラと一緒がいい。たとえ辛いことでもショコラと一緒にいたいと思う。
Huh.
だって一緒にいれないことの方が寂しくて辛いから。
Aw. Vanilla.
本当に好きなら迷惑かけたって一緒にいたい。それでも一緒にいたいものだと思う。私たちが幸せかどうかなんていくらご主人でも決めつけるのは違うと思うよ。それに大事な人が大変ならなおさらそばにいたい。何ができるかはわからないけど、でも辛い時にそばで励ますことくらいできるよ。
I didn't know what to say about that. It was as if her gentle, warm, and soft smile had become the setting sun. These uncharacteristic words from Vanilla deeply penetrated and seeped into my heart.
だからきっとしぐれも私たちがご主人のところについていくのを許してくれた。
Oh, because I think Shigure knew or understood.
しぐれはご主人と一緒に行くことはできないから代わりにお願いって。
Oh, or that?
だからご主人が本当にショコラのことを思うなら一緒にいるべきだと思う。
Oh. Huh. There was not even the faintest bit of hesitation. They were such honest and absolutely straightforward words. Who am I to dictate Chocolate and Vanilla's happiness? Yeah. Only those words continued to strongly resonate in my mind, which was otherwise empty.
たとえ何不自由のない暮らしでもご主人様がいないのは嫌なんです。
Aww.
いくら大変でもショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。だからお願いします。ご主人様のそばにいさせてください。ここがショコラがいたい場所なんです。
She was on the verge of tears, but Chocolate's face lit up. They were nothing but absolutely pure, genuine words. Humans really are at a loss for words when it comes to catgirls, huh? Saying no to their words was not something I could bring myself to do. Yay! Oh, I had a chill down my spine because I thought he was gonna say no.
ご主人様、それって。
It won't be like it was back at home. You can't just live here however you like, got it?
大丈夫です。
Yay!
ご主人様がいるだけでショコラは幸せですから。やれやれ、ついにご主人陥落。
Hey.
いやよいやよも好きのうちだね。
No? The dreary moment seemed to be blown away by her dazzling smile. Despite all this talk about family, perhaps I was the one that didn't really believe in it. Thinking about all this from their perspective, it was very simple. Although I thought it was all still so immature. Perhaps catgirls were more human than humans were when it came to honesty. And they did say that they were always honest. From here on out, we need to do our best all together.
毎晩大トロじゃなくて大丈夫です。たまにでいいです。
Hey, you can't just slip that in.
お肉も A4 でいい。松阪牛なら脂身最高。
What? A4 grade? Is that all you guys have been eating at home? Even if the road ahead of us is uncertain, I lovingly rub their heads, disheveling their hair. Aww. Alright, why don't we head back to the shopping district then?
なんでですか？お買い物はもう終わったんですよね。
What are we gonna buy? The A4 grade meat? We have to go buy that shampoo you guys liked, don't we? Yay! We're gonna go buy the shampoo!
ご主人かっこいい。
Oh.
ついでに松阪牛も買おう。
Oh. No, wait. Oh, I was right then. Well, today is a celebration, so why not?
やったー！お祝いパーティーですね。
Yay, A4 grade meat!
ご主人太っ腹。さすがは私たちのご主人。
Aw. They cheered up now. Just this once, okay? This was the beginning to a bright new life. And together with the happy and high-spirited Chocola and Vanilla, we took the first steps towards it. Yay!
僕らの想いが溢れて優しいメロディー奏でた。 甘い紅茶に誘われた。 優しさをにじませた日差しのマキアート。 甘いケーキみたいな子も時にとびきりのドリップで隠し味を乗せて。 きらめな風とは叩いたら手を伸ばしてみてよ。 僕らの太陽が歌う中でも仕掛け抜けた青空の向こう。今だけのこの瞬間君と見つめてたい。未来予想図に描いてた大きな道を今ここで歩いてくあの太陽まで。 僕らの想いが溢れて優しいメロディー奏でた。
Huh.
はーい、ご主人様、ご主人様。
That was a surprise that the introduction cinematic. That's kind of lovely. Hope you guys enjoyed that. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, then please slime the like button and help support me by sharing this video and by subscribing down below. Thank you everybody for watching this episode, and you will hear me in the next one. Goodbye!